Hey guys, and welcome to Third World Britain, and also welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you for all of your messages, and a special thank you to everybody who has signed up to my channel. I feel so blessed with so many people that have signed up. Yeah, I'll go through all your messages. I'll answer as many as I can, but I will like all your messages for definite. Well, oh, actually, Kate Price, she's got herself in problems again. She's overturned her flipping car, right? Apparently, while she's on drink and on drugs, and she's banned from driving. So the woman's got a good chance that our Kate will go to prison. Do you know what I mean? Our Jordan. Do you know what I mean? There's a good chance that she's going to go to jail. Do you know what I mean? Because she's broke a court order because she's on a ban. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's shocking. It's shocking, really. Do you know what I mean? For her to do something like that, really. You know. So they had like a minimum wage row at the Labour conference, right? Some people want they want because the minimum wage right now is 8.91, right? And Keir Starmer wants to raise it to £10 an hour, right? And the left on the Labour Party wants to raise it to £15 an hour. Do you know what I mean? So, but you know what? I'll tell you what gets me about this whole thing, right? Is that Boris Johnson said that he wants a high wage economy, right? So if he wants a high wage economy, right, the minute they say, oh well, the Labour Party say, well, we're going to raise it £15, everyone's like, oh no, we can't. Companies will go bankrupt. All these they'll all go back. You can't do that. So, but I thought we was going for a high wage economy. So when does this high wage economy start? Right? How many years do we need? How many years is it going to take us to get to this high wage economy? See, these people, is everything is just lies. Do you know what I mean? Everything is just lies. Because if it was Boris Johnson would be in opposition, and Boris Johnson would just say, "Well, I'm going to raise the minimum wage to £20," right? Knowing that he's going to raise it, he's going to raise it right 3 or 4%. Right? That's what the working classes. That's what their money gets raised by. One is between 1 and 5%. Right? They're going higher. Oh no, we need to start getting rid of people. We need to start. People would need to start losing members of staff if we have to pay them any more money. I mean, what do they need money? What do the working classes need money for anyway? What do you I mean? Yeah, that's always got that. That is a question I've always asked myself. What the hell would the working classes do with money anyway? What do they need it for? I can't think of anything. Do you know what I mean? I can't. Do you know what I mean? It's just, So when they raise our money, it's like it's always going to be it's always going to be between 1 and 5%, right? But the thing what I'm getting out of all of this, is you're realizing, how many companies in this country, rely on the taxpayer for their business to be in profit. Hmm? Yeah, there's a lot of them, right? I mean, obviously there's a lot of them that are well into profits anyway. So they're just their workers being on tax credits or universal credit. Yeah, it's just taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? Right? But it's just we're gone from like wanting to be a high wage economy, right, to all these companies coming out and saying no, no, we'll go bankrupt. Do you know what I mean? And you realizing, well, actually, all these companies are in business, right, because of the taxpayer. That's why they're in business. So a lot of them are not really, are not really profitable because if they was paying their staff properly, then they couldn't afford to have those staff. Do you know what I mean? So even paying a lot of these companies even paying their staff on the minimum wage, right? Their staff obviously have to collect some type of benefits if they've been paid on the minimum wage. They've got to. If they've got a family, they've got to be collecting some type of benefits. So those companies are all relying on that, and so they know that that's happening. So they all have to be relying on that. Do you know what I mean? What a way to run an economy. Right. So we know that the Transport Select Committee, right, had told the government of the time, that Britain would be an unattractive place to work after Brexit, right? We know that already, right? Because we can forget Yellowhammer. Still mentioning Yellowhammer, man, because if you read the Yellowhammer report, it's all in there. Everything that's happening right now, it's all in there. And Boris Johnson said that he's gonna save Christmas. I believe that. Because who wouldn't believe Boris Johnson? Hmm? Who wouldn't believe Boris Johnson? You know, I think. I think has happened here. I think that remember that scene from Back to the Future, right, where they take a into a different dimension. Biff Buchanan's dimension. That is what we're in right now. There are people fighting in petrol stations. Fighting. Listen, this is depressing, right? This is embarrassing, right? What the fuck? People are pulling out knives in petrol stations, on car bonnets, in petrol stations. I see people hitting people with a helmet in petrol stations. Have you people lost your motherfucking minds? Seriously, what the fuck? Listen, I know on a normal basis, we normally just queue to boogie, especially when I'm on the flyer. We just queue to boogie, right? We don't queue for petrol. How the fuck are we queuing for petrol in Great Britain? Kung fuel. This is what's going on in this country. If right? I'm getting messages, people telling me that Britain is the greatest reality show yet. Better than fucking Big Brother. And you've got women in there. You've got people in there getting up to all types of stuff. Right? And we're the best reality show on earth. We've wiped Simon Carroll out. Right? The best. This is the most embarrassed I have ever been. Right? Being a Brit. It's the right, and we got people. We got people making a fucking fool of themselves in places like Spain, and we are a complete embarrassment. Right? People fighting over fuel. Oh my God, this is. Something, yeah. This is some next level. Right, a different reality. Right, we've gone into a complete different time zone here. Right, this right is because you Brexiters, this is all your fault. Right, not only have you embarrassed us, right, with a man who can go and quote Kermit the motherfucking Frog. Right, we've got people fighting in petrol stations. Our businesses, right, are being destroyed on a daily basis. Right? Is this what the motherfucker you voted for? Did you know it was going to be this bad? Right, because you all told us that you knew what you voted for, so did you know it was going to be this bad? We've got people putting petrol, right, in carrier bags and water bottles. Women getting punched down at petrol pumps. This is all on fucking YouTube. It's being shown on the news. Right? People need to get a fucking grip. This is more than embarrassing. Right? What the fuck are you people doing? Seriously, what are you people doing? My God, what the fuck has Britain come to in 2021? right? One of the first world countries, damn you Germans. One of the first world countries. And look how we're being embarrassed on a daily basis. What the hell? In the words, right, of a very famous president, what the hell is going on? And that's the only time I'll quote that fool. Because I'm telling you, that's the only words you can use for what is going on. Only words you can use. You know? I think it was yesterday, yeah. Because I didn't do, I was going to do a video last night, but I didn't do one. Because I was just too, it's too depressing. Being English right now is too depressing. Right, watching the fucking shit on YouTube, right? People fighting in petrol stations, it's too depressing. This is us. This is going around the world. People are seeing this. Right? Fraulein Merkel, right? Probably the world's greatest ever politician, who's actually retired. Actually, I think she's retired now, but she's waiting for a successor or for someone to take over from her. Right. So we might see her over here, I think, in October when they got their it's October or November when they got their conference in Scotland, I think. But Fraulein Merkel just said it straight. All of this is down to Brexit because you fools. I don't think she said fools, but I'm saying you fools, and that's you Brexiters, right? Voted right against your own motherfucking interest. Right, so much so, right, that we've got people putting petrol, right, in carrier bags and women getting punched to the ground in petrol stations by men. Have you lost your motherfucking mind? So Fraulein Merkel has just said, you know what? All of that, it's your own fault. It's down to Brexit. That's what it's down to. It's down to Brexit, right? And you know something, yeah? I've heard. Oh my God! I was just listening to a report, from the EU, and all of the ministers were speaking about the EU ministers were speaking about what's going on in Great Britain right now, right? And every last one of them put it completely square down to Brexit. All of them put it straight down to Brexit. That is what they're saying, right? You know something, yeah? Not even, right, a fucking weak opposition, right, is all singing from the same hymn sheet to say, you know what, this is down to Brexit, all of this. But you know why they can't? Why can't they? Why? Because they was whipped into voting for Boris Johnson's deal, right? Something he made them sign in like 48 hours, right? They had to vote on in 48 hours, right? Our politicians are a whole pile of idiots, one big bag of shit. Every last one of them. Every single politician who voted for Boris Johnson's deal, okay, is an idiot. Right? Right? You can't tell me that these people are sensible, not with people fist fighting and kung fuel inside of petrol stations. This is embarrassing. Right? So you can't tell me, right, that these guys, right, that, you know what, they might be highly educated, right, but they have not got one bit of common sense. None of them. Because none of them, right, it's like these people go into politics, right, and they just become completely different people. Right, because none of them have got a clue, not one of them, right? I'm talking about all the ones who voted, right, for Boris Johnson's deal, right? They all had the paperwork in front of them to read, so they should have all known, right? And then again, the Transport Select Committee advised the government back in 2016, what the situation would be like. Okay, so don't you dare tell me that these people, right, have got any common sense, because not one of them have got one piece of fucking common sense anywhere in their motherfucking stupid heads. Not one of them, right? They are all a bunch of fucking assholes, right? Boris Johnson has destroyed. You know, this is what the European ministers are saying, without swearing, right? This is what they're saying, right? Boris Johnson has destroyed the British economy. Okay, destroyed it, right? So when this media is telling you this and that, yeah, Britain is in debt now that it can never ever get out of. Right, these debts it can. I don't know who's borrowed the money from because most of it is probably just quantitative easing, right? But there's just trillions of pounds in debt, right? Boris Johnson has, according, right, to the EU ministers. This is what they're saying. Boris Johnson has destroyed the British economy, right? And if you know how these people are taking the piss out of us, they're laughing. All of them are laughing because they know just to themselves, you know what? You were the people who asked for Brexit. Now you're going to get it, right? You know, we have got GPs. There's a GP, I heard the radio the other night, there's a GP up in Kent who's sleeping in his surgery because the man can't get fuel, right? So his surgery is in Kent and he lives up in Brighton, right? So he has to drive down every day, right? And he can't get fuel. So you know what he's got to do? He's got to sleep in his surgery or in his car, just so he can service. Right? And you know something? I bet he's servicing a lot of you Brexiters as well, people who voted for this shit, right? And he is out there working hard, can't get fuel, so he's sleeping in his surgery. That is Great Britain, Great Britain, right? In 2021, a disgusting place, right? What Boris Johnson has turned this place into, and again, yeah. Now we've got fishing wars with the French again, because now they haven't issued the French the small boat licenses. So now we've got that again with the French again now. So now we're going to see a tear up again there inside the waters, because that's what's going to happen. Always happens, right? So Brexit now, right? So you've got Cornwall, right, and a few, I don't know what year it was, but David Cameron took away whatever grants or whatever they used to get from the government, yeah. So the EU stepped in, said, "Cool, no, don't worry about that. Right, we're going to nice you up, right?" So the EU, I think, have been giving Cornwall £100 million every year or whatever, right? So now, right, obviously, because we're not in the EU no longer, the money was promised from the government for Cornwall, right? And I believe that the government have offered Cornwall £3 million. I know the question that you're asking right now. I know what you're asking. Yeah, how did Cornwall vote? All right. Well, I can tell you, yeah, that North Cornwall and East Cornwall, right? I think that's what they are. There's two sides, but I can tell you that both sides voted for Brexit. How motherfucking stupid do you call Cornwall Cornish? How do you Cornish fools feel right now? Like a pasty, right? Because you must feel, because you've been baked, motherfuckers. You just lost 97 million. Talk about shooting yourself in the fucking foot, right? You people, you voted for Brexit, right? And now you've lost yourself 90. As I said, there's two sides, so it'll be a quick 50 mil each, isn't it? But now you could just settle for a quick 1.5 mil each. I don't know about you, yeah, but you know something. Right now, if I was you, I would feel like a right fool right, I would feel stupid. Right? I'd feel like Baldrick stupid if I was you. I'd feel like Mr. Bean stupid. You know, as stupid as like Johnny English. Right? Frank Spencer type stupid. Right? That's how I would feel if I was you. Right? Like lofty. You people, seriously, right? Do you know something? I say to you, it serves you the motherfuck right. Good, right? Because all these petrol crises is down to people like you, right? Who, I don't know what it was you saw, but you certainly saw something in Boris Johnson. Do you think Boris Johnson's doing a good job now? You know, seriously, Cornwall, yeah? If, you know, if you wasn't such racist motherfuckers, right, then, I mean, obviously, your town, right, your town could have been the thing that swung it for Remain, and you'd have been 100 million better off. I'm just wondering right now, yeah, if the alleged race gene is kicking in and saying to you, you know what, yeah, actually, all of what's going on, yeah, people putting petrol in bags, right, people fighting in petrol stations with knives, a fucking knife, right, people on a bonnet, on a motherfucking bonnet, in a petrol station, right? You guys are probably thinking, oh, well, you know what? All the EU politicians talking about us, right? Like, oh my God, embarrassing or what? The EU politicians, if you hear how they're speaking about this, they're saying that they're going to try and help us through as best as possible. But all of them just put it straight down to Brexit. And if you people of Cornwall, right, had used your vote properly, right now you'd be sitting on 100 mil rather than 3. But then again, I mean, Boris Johnson did tell you that he was going to cover. He did tell you he was going to cover part of the money for you, didn't he? He said we're going to cover part of the money for you. So, I mean, he has covered part of it. If you say, well, if you say that the first 3 million, I mean, he's covered that. So I mean, he has done what actually this is one time we can say he hasn't lied, because he said he was going to cover some of it. So he has covered some of it. So I don't know what you Cornish people are thinking now. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you've got what you wanted. You've got your Brexit, right? But it's left your motherfucking pocket light. And I say, you know what? It serves you motherfucking idiot Brexiters, Cornish, and all the rest of yous. It really does. You see what's happening to Cornwall? That really serves them right. I, for one, I'm laughing at you. Because I don't live in Cornwall. If I lived in Cornwall, I'd be pissed. But because I don't live in Cornwall, I'm laughing at you. Great surfing, though. But motherfucking serves you idiots right. Good. Anyway, guys, this is By Any Means Necessary. I'm the MC John Ribs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. Comments below.